I did not enjoy 90% of that dive. Good morning guys, welcome back to day 2 of the South Australian State Spearfishing titles. If you haven't seen day 1 yet, quickly go check it out before watching this one. But I've dived this location a couple times and I know there's outer reef about 400 or 500 meters offshore. So the plan today is to hopefully swim out there and find it and tick off a few species. So let's do this. So like day 1, there was a quick debrief before everyone started making their way to the water's edge for an 8 AM start. And I thought it'd be a good idea to head further up to get away from everyone. But far out, that wasn't the best idea, a trip out to sea, as I got off to a pretty rough and slow start. Oh. In hindsight, I probably should have just entered the water where everyone else did, rather than try and take a shortcut and hop in up ahead of everyone, as it didn't even pay off in the end. But hey, I won't be making that mistake again. You're stuck, Mitsu, help me! After all the fluffing around, I finally made it out and quickly made up for the lost time, as within 5 minutes, I came across my first fish of the day, a little nanny guy. I then decided to let down my flasher, and in the process, I misclipped it, and it plummeted to the bottom. Without even thinking, I quickly dived down to try and grab it, not realizing I had drifted out to 12 meters of water. And this was only my second dive of the day and hadn't done any warm-up dives at all. So as you can see, I was definitely struggling to get down, and in the process, I messed up my ear, which sucked, as that basically screwed up my plan for the day. Looking back, I don't know if I did the right thing or if I should have just left my flasher, as I would have definitely lost it due to the current and bad visibility at the time. Unfortunately, after that incident, I was having issues equalizing, so I was forced to head in shallower. While swimming in though, I at least managed to pick up a sweep. I then headed to an area where I'd seen harlequin in the past, and hoped there'd be at least one hanging around. So I waited patiently on the bottom with the hope of attracting a curious harlequin. Also, that squeaking sound you can hear is my messed up ear. Anyway, after a while, I was greeted by a friendly harlequin who swam right up to me. I went down again to see if there was anything else around. But all I could see was a goatfish, so I shot it with the hope that it would attract a hungry squid. I tried for a good 20 minutes to see if the sinking goatfish would attract anything, but it didn't bring in a single fish on the species list. But the good news was my ear had started to feel better and I could equalize properly again. So I headed out offshore with the intention of locating the outer reef and ticking off a few more species. However, the visibility that day was just atrocious, if you couldn't tell already, which made finding the outer reef almost near impossible, as it was in 15 meters of water. So I decided to pull the plug and head back in close to the shore, again, as I had already wasted enough time searching for the reef. Oh my gosh. So this is where the fun begins, and it all started with a freaking horseshoe leather jacket. Ugh. See ya! So normally, these fish I find are real easy to approach and shoot, but for some reason, this day, they were just really skittish. I was getting so frustrated and impatient, which caused me to start taking bad shots, and I can tell you for a fact, prangers and long shots don't go well together.
I've been trying to shoot this Leatherjacket for so long.
This is probably the first time I didn't feel one bit bad about killing a fish. Just having a rest right now, feeling really sick, don't know why. Probably going to start heading back to the starting point, and I think it's After recording that, I was dead and probably sat on the rocks for at least another half an hour, throwing my guts up. And it's weird because I don't often feel that sick when diving, but I think I just went a little bit too hard. And at that point, honestly, all I wanted to do was just go home and lie in my bed, but instead, I had to swim 2 kilometers back to the starting point against the swell.
Not having fun much. It is so choppy, so sick. I've been trying to swim it for ages, but I've barely been moving.
2 hours later.
I did not enjoy 90% of that dive.
Horseshoe Leatherjacket 805. Sweet. 540. Harlequin 1.270. Nanny Guy 485 is just a little bit too young. 3 for April, well done, mate. Cracking hard. That's all.
Straight off.
Third place this year is Totra Norton. Look at him giving you a medal, mate.
Thanks for this, Link.
In second place, we have Mr. Rob Torelli.
This comes down to one fish as well over 2 days, so an incredibly tight comp between the
winner.
two.
Whoever the winner is. And the winner for this year is coming for the last 3 or 4 years. I think he even came for the bushfires when it was quite apparent to some people that it might go ahead. He still came down. Kim Adair. You get a scum of beer at the car. Can't take that for a year if you promise to come back next year.
The people here just make it so much better.
You too,
so
buddy.
Thank you to everyone who competed, because without you guys, it wouldn't be the same.
And that concludes the 2022 SA State titles. Thank you for watching, guys. If you made it this far, I'd really appreciate if you could give the video a thumbs up and leave a comment down below of what you liked. Also, make sure you stay tuned for the next episodes, as the best is yet to come.